Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you're doing very well in your houses. I'm doing very great myself. And this video is to explain the contents and the exercises that I sent you on the guide on Monday of session number 3 of Unit 1, You Love Him, Don't You? Okay, and to start the class, you have to choose the correct answer that completes the question tag. So you have number 1 and number 2. Remember that this part of the guide is very important, so please don't forget. Recordar que esta parte de la guía es muy importante, por favor no olvidar de realizar los ejercicios. This session, we're going to continue with question tags that we started in session number 2. And we're going to focus on the verb do in the simple present and in the simple past. But before, we have to remember that question tags turn a statement into a question and they are used to check for information that you already have. For example, you don't like tea, do you? Lo que busco aquí es una confirmación de la información que yo ya poseo. Doy un hecho y termino con la question tag para confirmar esa información. In the simple present, we make the question tags with do, does, don't, and doesn't, the auxiliary verb of the tense. Okay, for example, the movie sounds good, doesn't it? We have the statement, the movie sounds good, and then I have the question tag, doesn't it? Okay, in the affirmative statements and question tags, we have to look at the verb, okay? We have to remember that in the simple present, the verbs don't change in most cases, but in the third person, we have to add s at the end of the verb. For example, likes. And you have to remember that the third person is he, she, or it. So, you love chocolates, don't you? I have affirmative statement here in my present tense, and then I use the negative don't to form the negative question tag. In negative statements and affirmative question tags, we have to use do or does because here we already have the clue. We have don't, so we have to use do. Okay, you have to remember also that when we use do, does, don't, and doesn't, the verb doesn't change. Esto es lo importante. Hay que recordar que cuando utilizamos el presente simple y tenemos el uso del don't, del do, del does o el doesn't, el verbo no cambia. So we have, I don't talk too much, do I? I have don't, so the verb doesn't change. And here I have the negative statement and I use an affirmative question tag. They don't like each other, do they? I have the negative and then I use the affirmative. We move on to the simple past. Here we have to use did and didn't to form the question tag. For example, I didn't hurt you, didn't I? In affirmative statements and negative question tags, we have to look at the verb and then complete the question tag with didn't. Okay, I texted you 3 times, didn't I? I have the positive here and the negative here. Okay, but remember that in the simple past, the verb always change. Okay, in regular verbs, we add ed at the end and irregular verb changes. It's the only way to discover that the verb is in the past tense. And for you who don't remember the verbs, here is a link where you can find the list of all the regular verbs. You have to remember to look at the second row of the list. In negative statements and affirmative question tags, we have to use did. We already have the clue here with didn't, so we use the positive did. And again, you have to remember that when we use did or didn't, the verb does not change. Okay, so you didn't buy me a ring. The verb here is in base form. So now you have to exercise everything you learned today. In exercise 1, you have to choose the correct answer. Okay, you have to choose between simple past or simple present, or you have to choose between the auxiliary verbs of the tense. deben elegir en este ejercicio la alternativa correcta, dependiendo si es presente o pasado, o dentro del mismo tiempo los auxiliares correspondientes. In exercise number 2, you have to complete the sentences with the question tag. So, for example, you don't love me anymore, do you? I have the simple present because I use do and don't, and here I have a negative statement, and then I have to use a positive question tag. Aquí deben completar la question tag. Deben fijarse en qué tiempo está el verbo, ¿cierto? Y que sea positivo, negativo. Remember that it's like a battery. We have a positive side and a negative side, ¿ok? Deben recordar que las question tags son como una pila, tienen un lado positivo y un lado negativo y viceversa. In exercise number 3, you have to find the mistake and correct it. For example, they don't have many arguments, does they? Okay, I have to find the mistake. Here I have a negative statement. I have a positive question tag. Okay, that's correct. But I have they. So, do I use does? No, I have to change it or do. So, you have to do the same with the rest of the sentences. Aquí deben encontrar el error en cada una de las oraciones. Okay? Good. And then to finish, you have to put the dominoes together to form the question tags. Okay, so that's everything for today. If you have any questions, I will see you in class this week. Okay, bye-bye.